The good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Chicago Bears. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jameis now on first down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jameis to throw it. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Here's Winston. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26.
Come on, let's go.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A quick throw caught by Godwin. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Barnes. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Barnes. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Barnes brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's into the clear. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Torrey Cohen with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Barnes got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Barnes. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Barnes. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Barnes. And he'll look downfield for Waller. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working out of the gun, Winston. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third and short yardage, Winston. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. After 1, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Winston. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Gurley. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 5 now. Winston. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check three.
Now Gurley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Throwing on 1st down. Barnes. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Here's Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Barnes. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, 82 yards. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Winston. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. And we got 50 to
Again, it's Winston. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. They'll throw again. Winston. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Jameis again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Barnes. He sets up the screen to Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He's got daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ronald Jones. 78 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he returns this to the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Winston now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Now it's Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the play fake, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. A 1st down throw for Winston. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On 1st down, Barnes. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
To throw on second down, Barnes. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Barnes. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Barnes. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On the delay, Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 43-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 3rd and 2, Barnes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
We play to win. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jameis to throw it. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing, Winston. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, With his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's complete to Mooney. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
42 the mic, boys. 42. 42 the mic. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Let's see what you got. 54. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Read, triple team.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at about the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings And at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning out to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Winston. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. They run. It's Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Come on, let's go. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the gun, Winston. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2.
From the red zone now, Winston. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. 11 yards there, first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
56.
third down. Barnes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Four receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4.
Hey, you got 3 down. Mike's 42.
Here's Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was a type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. That is caught by Cohen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And the Bears are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barnes. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Check 15, check 15.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains. Gurley again here on 1st down. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Gurley. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Okay, just like that. Wait, Timothy. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, let's go. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. Open man is Miller, he's got it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, screen, triple T. Check 24. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. No, wait. Don't let him free. Play that time deep. Don't let him free, defense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Ready. Flag. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. All right, let's get there.
Second down, Winston. He's going to float this one deep, and this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards.
I ain't going nowhere. Let's put that team on the bus. That's it, baby. We're going to work.
So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. On first and goal, Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Third and goal, Gurley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
And in this situation, a field goal doesn't help you a whole lot, but I think you've got to take it because I think you're a little too far back to go for it on 4th down. But we also know the offensive coordinator's in the head coach's ear, trying to talk him into going for it right here.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bears, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit